If you're about to hit the big 40 and you aren't all that happy about it, you're not alone. David is with you.
Too late now. A new study has found that for both men and women, the early 40s are the unhappiest years of our lives. But they don't have to be. Dr. Wendy Walsh joins us now with tips for fighting the middle-age slump. Wendy, that's enough about my slump. What's the biggest cause of unhappiness at my age?
Well, keep in mind, David, you're called the sandwich generation. You've got another younger generation to care for, an older generation that may start to be ailing. Your career is peaking, right? There's a lot of stress, and also you're dealing with the loss of youth. And that means you've got to reevaluate your life. I mean, you're getting in line for the end of life, and it's time to sort of change your priorities.
I think the worst thing is your career is peaking, but anyway. Wendy, how can we spot someone going through a midlife crisis? Because it's not always as obvious as buying a shiny sports car, is it?
Well, keep in mind that sometimes people try to begin their midlife crisis by clinging to objects of their youth. And that it might be having an affair with a young, hot person, getting the red convertible car and all that kind of stuff. That's for men. And women may, suddenly need plastic surgery in their mind or run around also doing things they shouldn't do. I think the thing is to stop and embrace it and take some time to reevaluate what are important priorities. This is a time of great personal growth. It's a really growth-enhancing time.
How can I learn to love? How can we learn to start loving ourselves again, Dr. Wendy?
Well, I want you to know that happiness is about 40% or 50% genetic, meaning you're born a happy person or not. Then about 10% is economic. And by the way, that only the economics that takes you from poverty to middle class. If you make over, well, here I'm in America, $75,000 a year. You tell me what that is in your money. Then any more money doesn't make you more happy. But there are three things in that last 40% that you have control over that can definitely make you happier. They are exercise, because the endorphins really increase your mood. They are altruism, giving back. And the last is building and sustaining close relationships. Relationships with friends and family are really mood lifting.
Yeah, totally. I feel better. I feel much better.
Now, in some cases, discontent can inspire people to chase their goals, start working out, like you say. So can having a midlife crisis actually be a good thing for you?
I feel better.
Yes, David, this is the time where you're going to go for the gold.
Yeah.
You've already done all the growing in life, and it's time to not live for other people, but to live for yourself and figure out who you are as an individual. And also, here's the best news of all. Research shows that across the lifespan, maybe the 40s are the time when we have the least amount of happiness, but guess when we have the most amount of happiness?
30s?
In the 50s and 60s.
Oh,
I'm here, David, and I'm happy.
Yeah. you are rocking it. Now, can I just ask one more question? Who do I invoice for this session?
For you, it's my compliments. It's free.
I love that. Thanks,
Thanks,
Dr. Wendy.